Isn't it strange how the more you read about food and what's good for you and what's not good for you, the more confusion we start to create, the more food rules, the more obsession around food, and just draining ourselves from what we should be eating. Like today morning, I was reading like oatmeal is now the worst food on the planet. I'm thinking like, how is it bloody possible? Like there are countries where people literally ate nothing but oatmeal every single morning for, decades. And now all of a sudden it's like you should avoid it at all costs because it causes, I don't know what kind of alterations in your gut microbiome. And then you move on and then you're like, okay, you should not be eating bread because it has gluten. And then you move on and then you're like, okay, you should not have coffee before food on an empty stomach because of the spikes in cortisol. And then it's like you should have a low carb meal so your blood sugar is more sustainable. But you should not eat only 2 eggs because, well, it's not enough protein for even a toddler, let alone a woman. Then it's like 5 servings of vegetables, but just make sure that they're not cruciferous vegetables because those can create quite a bit of problems with your digestion, with your bloating. It can trigger your IBS. If you want to have something sweet, make sure that there are no chemicals and artificial sweeteners and any kind of coloring and food dye, and make sure that everything is organic. Even though you maybe not be able to afford it, then just don't eat it. I feel like this is one massive confusion after the next, and that's part of the problem, that when people even try to be healthy, they get so confused with all these rules that they just start to, well, cut everything out from their diet because that's what, the articles, the media, the influencers, the health gurus are telling you. And in that craziness, you become fearful of foods, which can definitely increase your chances of binging on those particular foods.